Hi there, adventurers! I'm Courtney, and today we are going to take a close look at a bronze mirror made around 1,000 years ago during the Goryeo Dynasty in Korea. Spending some time getting to know a work of art and looking at it really closely can be a fun, fantastic, and eye-opening experience. The longer you look at a work of art, the more its story starts to come to life. And guess what? You can use the skill of close looking on anything in this visual world we live in, even on video games and Pokemon cards. All you need is a pair of eyes. Are you ready to dive in? Let's do it. Okay, so the first step is to take some time to look really closely. Let's take at least 30 seconds to observe this bronze mirror. What do you notice? Okay, that was fast. But what do you remember about the mirror? Grab a sheet of paper and try sketching out what you can remember seeing. Let's look at the mirror again. Is there anything you forgot to add to your sketch? If so, that's okay. What we here at ARTSQ love about close looking is that even when we look at the same object multiple times, we always notice new things. Now let's see what kinds of words we can use to describe this mirror. Let's start with the color, because if you are like me, it's probably one of the first things you noticed. When I think of bronze, I think of something shiny, like a metal doorknob, but this mirror looks pale greenish gray in color. Notice how there are even a few areas that look bright aqua. This is because as bronze objects are exposed to air and moisture over a long period of time, they start to change and turn green. This is called patina. The Statue of Liberty, which is made out of copper, has a similar green patina caused by exposure to the elements. Now, let's move on to the shape. How would you describe it? To me, it looks almost like 8 petals of a flower flattened out into a circle. At the center, there's a raised knob with a hole inside. What do you think the knob was used for? I imagine you could thread a piece of silky string through the knob and tie its 2 ends to create a handle for the mirror. What do you think? You've probably noticed there's lots of decoration on the mirror. What kinds of things do you see? In the lower left, I see a person wearing a long robe and a tall hat, crossing over an arched bridge. The person looks slightly hunched over, as if he's bowing to the person on the right side of the bridge who is greeting him. Notice how right under the bridge, there are lines going this way and that way to suggest a river flowing under the bridge. On the other side of the bridge are 3 people. The one in the center seems to be important, because they look a little bigger than the people standing to either side. Who do you think this person might be? Perhaps the traveler crossing the bridge has come from afar to visit this important person. Above the important person is a fancy-looking building. Maybe it is a palace or a pavilion where the important person resides. You can see there is another person standing in the open doorway, looking out. Who might they be, and how are they connected to all the other people in this beautiful landscape? The palace looks like it belongs to someone wealthy because it has some special decoration. If you look closely at the roof ridge, there's an animal head. What does it remind you of? I think it looks like a dragon head with a fishtail that sweeps up over its head. Dragons are mythological animals that bring luck and can also offer protection. Perhaps this dragon with a fishtail is protecting the building from harm, like fire. Craggy rock shapes surround the palace on the right side and in the front. To the left is a towering tree. The bark of the tree looks rough and gnarly, and the crown has an interesting texture. How would you describe this texture? It reminds me of the texture of pineapples, but pineapples were not known in Korea in the 10th century. This is a majestic tree. There's one final detail we haven't talked about yet. Look at the 8 petals of the mirror shape. Inside each petal is a pretty ornament composed of elegant curling lines. Could these ornaments have meaning, Or do you think they are more like a fireworks display to add some more beauty to the design of this mirror? I think they create an interesting decorative border around the landscape, almost like a picture frame. So there you have it. We've just taken a closer look at a bronze mirror created in Korea around 1,000 years ago using our eyes as our most important investigative tool. With ongoing practice, close looking can help us appreciate the art and cultures around us. Objects like this precious bronze mirror from Korea spark our curiosity and introduce us to new stories of people and places throughout time and place. Keep exploring and learning, adventurers, and remember, there is so much amazing art out there to get to know.